player, you'll realise just how much stuff there is in this interview. He was a former Swiss banker, a collector of rare and valuable stamps, and a man who has helped Oscar de la Hoya shape Golden Boy promotion since it was formed in 2002. It is now $1 billion concern. That's not my hype, by the way. That is Forbes magazine, no less. Anyway, Richard Schaefer is here in London on a final fact-finding mission. His UK boxers, David Haye and Amir Khan, and his UK partners, Hatton Promotion and Haymaker, have all been in meetings with him. I got him a bit earlier, and I started by asking him, like I had to do it, about Amir Khan.
First of all, I want to say Amir Khan, with his debut in the United States a month ago or so in New York, he made a huge splash with the U.S. audience. America has discovered Amir Khan, and they love it. They love him because of his style and how aggressive he is, and he's just an amazing fighter and an amazing person. So I really think he is going to be, without doubt, the next superstar of boxing. As it relates to Amir and July 31st, that was one of the dates we were looking at.
That's the date that we thought was going to happen, yes?
Yeah, exactly. So I came over here to see if we can put something together, and it really seems that in the UK, July, August are the big holiday months, and yes. As a matter of fact, the Sky broadcast boxing team is going to be on holiday as well. So it doesn't look too promising that this fight is actually going to be a fight in July. Because one thing we want to do, given that the terrific performance and promotion of the Malignaggi fight, we want to build on that. We don't want to go backwards. We want to go forward to even bigger and better things that people know, fight fans know, and the general public knows. When Amir Khan fights, it's not just about winning, it's about winning spectacular, and it's not just another night of boxing, it's about creating an event.
Okay, Richard, so can I tell the listeners here on the BBC and in London and online that the late July fight at the O2 with Amir Khan will not take place, and when will we go back to? December, after Ramadan?
Yeah, so Amir is going to be out for a month, and after that he's going to need about 8 to 10 weeks of training. So that brings you right at the end of November, beginning of December.
Brilliant.
So what I will be doing is I will go and lock in another date for Amir Khan for a big fight, either here in the UK or in the United States.
Okay, and that could be, I'm hearing lots of names, and the name I like that I'm hearing is a guy that's been bugging Amir for a while, a British guy, a Mancunian, John Murray. Now tell me, is that something you've started to talk about?
Yeah, that's one of the names which is being mentioned, and I had some conversations with John Murray's promoter, Mick Hennessy. As a matter of fact, the Golden Boy did early on in John's career, we did some of his fights in the United States.
With Junior Witter at the top of the bill, I remember.
Yeah, exactly. So we have some experience with John, and I know that there's a fight which has been brewing for quite a while, and if it does end up happening, I know it's going to be a great all-British showdown. But there, of course, are other names, and that's the beauty of the 140, 135, 47, that weight category. There are so many great names, many great matchups.
And one name that keeps being out there is mentioned with Ricky Hatton. He fought Floyd. He's had some fantastic fights with Pacquiao. Juan Manuel Marquez, I keep hearing that name. Is that still a name that features possibly in Amir Khan's future?
Absolutely. Juan Manuel Marquez is, as a matter of fact, going to fight against Juan Diaz on July 31st from the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas on a super night of boxing with a great undercard, which hopefully will be carried here live by Sky.
I hope so.
So if Juan Manuel Marquez would win, he has already indicated to me that he would love the challenge to become the first and only Mexican-born fighter to become a world champion in 4 different weight classes.
Yeah, he's got to be careful.
That's a challenge Marquez is looking forward to.
And that's a heck of a challenge. Now let's talk about our very own, London's very own David Haye. Is it going to be Thomas Adamek? Is it going to be Audley Harrison? Is it going to be one of the Klitschko's? Come on, Richard, put us out of our misery. Tell us who it's going to be.
Oh, I wish I could tell you. But I really honestly don't even know myself. There's some issues there. As we all know, it has been well documented. David Haye, when he got the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight title against Valuev, he had to agree to give Valuev's promoter a rematch option. And now Adam Booth and myself and David, we're trying to find out if Valuev's promoter is in fact going to exercise this rematch option or not. And until that has been cleared up, you really can't even schedule a fight for David. So it puts us a bit on hold, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks this will all be resolved, and we're going to see who it's going to be. One name which is being mentioned, of course, is Audley Harrison.
Big Audley.
Adamek is one which has been mentioned,
sure.
And so we'll see what it's going to be. But I know one thing: it's going to be again an exciting night for boxing when David Haye enters the ring.
Now we all know here it's like a badly kept secret that Sky TV, who you obviously are talking to, you know, they run the boxing business here TV-wise in the UK since the demise of Subtanta 12 months ago. Sky liked Audley because he gives them good figures, so that seems to be the natural. If a fight can be made, that's no disrespect to Thomas Adamek, but Audley against David, that's a massive fight for the UK.
You know, I agree with you. I mean, this is another before we talked briefly about Murray and Amir Khan, and here with David Haye and Audley, you have another all-British showdown. Huge event here in the UK. I am not so sure that, to be honest, that globally, outside of the UK, Audley Harrison has won many fans. But so I don't know how significant that fight will be outside of the UK. But
in the UK, it's massive.
I think it's probably one of the biggest fights in recent history.
It certainly would be. Now, you make a point there. I'm not even sure how many fans Audley's got here, but he is well known, and people love to tune in and watch him. That's a simple fact. So let me ask you this: are we going to see Golden Boy maybe setting up an office here? Maybe you spending some time here in the future? Because that's been one of the criticisms of Golden Boy.
I tell you, we have promoted fights everywhere everywhere, and I have to tell you, the best fans, no question about it, the best boxing fans, the most passionate are the Brits. I mean, they impress me every single time when we have a British fighter on the card. So I am really, really looking forward and excited to set up an office here with Golden Boy in London, and we will in the process apply for a promoter's license as well, and really start making inroads here in the UK market together, working together with Haymaker and with Hatton Promotions as well, who with both outlets we have an excellent working relationship with, and really give these young British fighters or emerging stars here in England another platform from which they can show their talent from, and really give them a global platform that they can come and fight on a regular basis in the US as well.
Yeah, so would this be a regular thing? I keep hearing the O2 because there's a sort of connection between your business and the O2's business. Is there a suggestion you might put on shows regularly at the Indigo, something like that? Yes,
as a matter of fact, I was just today out at the O2 and had some meetings with their executives. The owners from the O2 is a company called AEG, and they're based out of Los
Angeles, of course.
And they are an equity shareholder
in Golden Boy. So that's a possibility, yes?
Absolutely, yes. The idea would be maybe to start with a regular, like with a quarterly show, and then do a monthly show, and really build the business from there. In a similar way like what we have done with Golden Boy in the U.S., and as a result, I would then devote more of my time to be here in England as well, and I love it here, and spend maybe 4 months a year or so out here in the UK.
I know you're an American citizen these days, Richard, but you're still a European, remember. You're still Swiss at heart, and that doesn't make you too far removed from us. Now let me move on to the final question, Richard. I know you're going to give me some exclusive here. Close your eyes, just stretch yourself back in your lovely hotel room there. You're about to fly out, you're exhausted. You're looking forward to next June or July. It's Wembley Stadium. In one corner, there's Amir Khan, and in the other corner, tell me my ears are... tell me what I've heard is the truth. You're thinking Pretty Boy, Floyd Mayweather?
Well,
that's a possibility?
I tell you one thing, this is a fight I would love to do. I would love to do Floyd Mayweather and Amir Khan. I think it would be a massive fight. And I have to tell you, what I've seen with Amir, the speed, the youth, the combinations, and the power, the footwork, the defensive skills, the movement, the ring general shape, I really think within the next, 18 months, the world will have a new pound-for-pound king.
Oh.
And his name is going to be Amir Khan.
And finally, everything okay with Oscar? I haven't seen him missed him at a couple of shows. All okay? All happy?
Yeah, everything fine. Actually, Oscar is married to Millie, a Puerto Rican lady, and she grew up there and so on, and lived there, and all her family's there. And Oscar just made the move back to Los Angeles after living for the last 8 years in Puerto Rico. He moved back to Los Angeles with his family, so he's doing some family time, but everything is fine.
Okay, Richard Schaefer, thanks very much for sharing your thoughts and throwing around plenty of rumours for us to discuss and dissect. And let's hope some of them come true.
All right.
Richard, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Richard Schaefer there talking to me earlier, so let's